The Bold and the Beautiful recap. Thursday, December 28. Thomas' engagement ring for Hope. Xander's accusation. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers recap for Thursday, December 28. Reveals that Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, stood up to John, Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, in the design office since this didn't involve him. Finn disagreed since he didn't want Thomas talking to Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Messins would, that way. When Finn got summoned back to the hospital, Steffi assured her husband that she could handle this. Once Finn left, Thomas settled down and acknowledged that he perhaps came on a little strong earlier. However, Thomas wanted Steffi to understand that he was happy and that he was done living in regret. Hope Logan, Annika Noel, had moved on from the past, so Thomas was doing the same, and begged Steffi not to undermine his relationship. In the main office on Thursday's B&B episode, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K. asked Hope if she saw a future with Thomas, so Hope realized he was asking what her intentions were. Ridge didn't want history to repeat itself since Thomas spiraled out of control the last time he got serious about Hope. Hope insisted that they loved being with each other and wondered why that wasn't enough. Ridge thought she meant she didn't think it would last, but Hope insisted she wasn't saying that. Of course, Hope couldn't say for sure that her relationship with Thomas would stand the test of time either. Hope didn't have a crystal ball and didn't know what the future held. Ridge pointed out that Thomas saw a future with Hope, so he asked if that was a possibility. Although Hope understood that Ridge was a concerned parent, she made it clear that this was a private matter. When Steffi found Ridge later, he mentioned that Hope was complaining about her. After Ridge admitted he questioned Hope too, he revealed that Hope basically told him to mind his own business. Steffi remained worried since Thomas was an open book, but Hope was cagey and didn't want a future with him, at least in Steffi's opinion. This could end badly for Thomas, so Steffi said she didn't want him getting hurt. Once Hope met back up with Thomas in the design office, they canoodled on the sofa. Thomas apologized for Steffi's lecture and got updates on Ridge giving Hope one as well. Thomas insisted there was no need for all that and assured Hope that he was happier than he'd ever been. After Thomas said no one was going to take this from them, he kissed Hope and talked about feeling so close to her. Thomas reiterated that he was a one-woman man and mentioned Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samiri, always supporting them as a couple. With all that in mind, Thomas asked if Hope would make him the happiest man in the world and marry him. Hope was stunned as Thomas got down on one knee and showed off a sparkling engagement ring. Thomas pushed Hope to say yes since they belonged together in his eyes. As Thomas once again urged Hope to say she'd marry him, Hope smiled uncomfortably and shook her head a bit in disbelief. In Finn's office, his new patient was revealed to be Xander Avant, Adane Bradley. Finn said he'd have to get Xander's medical records from his doctor in London, but Xander pointed out Finn could get them from his Los Angeles doctor if that was easier. Once Finn learned Xander used to live in LA, he wondered why he left for London. Xander flashed back to getting fired for his knowledge of the baby Beth Spencer, Jordan Lynn Ariza, survival secret. After Xander said he reached the end of his road there, he noticed Steffi and Finn's nearby wedding pic. Xander asked if Finn was married to Steffi and got confirmation before revealing he used to be an intern at Forrester Creations. Once Xander said he worked with all the Forresters, he mentioned Thomas and looked agitated. Finn thought it seemed like Xander had some sort of history with Thomas and seemed confused. Xander flashed back to Thomas acting all sinister and tossing threats around. With Zoe Buckingham, Kiara Barnes, by his side, Xander ranted about Emma Barber, Nia Hughes, being dead because of Thomas' evil secret. Back in the present, Xander looked pensive and decided maybe he should get another doctor. Finn pushed Xander to share more about Thomas, so Xander said Thomas wasn't who Finn thought he was.